The ring.
Try this again here. Okay.
All right. Well, we just want to welcome you to our fireside chat tonight. My name is Debora Taylor, and this is...
I'm Guy Taylor, the travel guy. Welcome, everyone.
And we want to just say welcome, welcome, welcome. We are excited about this chat tonight. Yes. Woo! And the flames. We have our illustrious blues boy. We have our illustrious CEO, David Hart, and Adela Hart, his wife, hopefully. And we have the CEO and founder of our company, and we are definitely excited about that. We also have Darryl and Maria Roberts. They are one-star ambassadors in this business. They stay at resorts and they visit home and stay at resorts. So we're excited about them being here with us tonight. And then we also have our top money earner, Todd Strand, and Miss Gina Strand, looking fly. They are 4-star ambassadors in this business. So we want to go ahead and we want to get started. We want to just say welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to fix our screen. All right, and put this up. So tonight, we just want to talk to you about Pay to Save Travel. Pay to Save Travel has been a blessing to us, honey.
Yes, it has.
And so we felt that this company is moving into momentum. It is moving to the point where we wanted to have a real conversation with our top money leaders and our top leaders for the vision for a real heart-to-heart talk about Pay to Save Travel. So to our guests that's out there on Zoom, we want to say welcome. You're going to hear some great information. You're going to hear it from the heart of our CEO and our ambassadors. And we definitely are excited about that. And then they're going to share maybe some little intimate details of how they work together in business as couples.
Yes.
Much like us. And
yes, it's amazing that we're going to have the heartbeat of the company with us tonight that keeps everything bumping, everything going, and everything just going farther. And we're just happy to have them, the visionaire. We have him here, and we're just thankful to have our 2 top leaders, our Todd Strand, 4-star ambassador, and the Roberts, 1-star ambassadors. So we're just thankful tonight to have all of them here to just share with you about this great company, this great organization that we're a part of. And we're just happy to be a part of it and to grow with it and just be part of this vision of this family of P2S Travel. So we're just gonna go for it and just enjoy ourselves this evening and share with you about our family of P2S Travel, Paid to Save Travel.
All right, so if you're a team member out there, go ahead and share this, click like and share. Not only are we expanding, but we are in 42 countries. So I already know the UK is on because they've already inboxed me. So we want to say, hello, UK. We know Spain is on. We know I don't want to start calling countries because I will get messed up. I'll let David and them do that. So let's get started. Let's fan the flames, huh? All right, so the first question that we have, and we're just going to kind of put those questions out there, and then we'll start with David and Adela, or whoever wants to answer first. But the first one is, how did you feel when you first started your business? Oh no, Guy's gonna ask the first question. Go ahead, honey.
The first question is, and we're just thankful for everyone to be here. We just want to ask whoever's open to answer, how do you manage business and marriage? And these questions are coming from the masses. They're coming from the masses of members of P2S. They're asking these questions, so we're going to present them forward to you guys this evening. So the first question is, how do you manage business and marriage?
Okay, I'll jump on that. I'll jump on that grenade. I found out that the more I do,
you just got out of the pool, so jump on it, all
right? So here's how you do it. The more business you do, the better the marriage.
I like that.
Oh.
David said, "Oh, you moaning, David."
I'm just laughing at that question. You know, Adela's always been very supportive as we started P2S Travel. In fact, every endeavor that I've ever done, she's always been there supporting and behind me. And it's definitely a balancing act. And you got to make private, you got to spend time away from the business, you know, is if you're not here, you guys as well. Gina, I know you guys are all very successful and driven, but sometimes you got to spend a little time away from the business and have that private time. That's one of the keys to having a successful business. If you want to, you know, still be married, still have marriage.
All right, the Roberts, would you want to answer that?
Yeah, what was the question again?
The question is, Darryl, is how do you manage business and marriage?
Yeah, see, whenever I forget something, you know, Maria, that's why one of the reasons why she's here. Guys, it's truly a blessing. And again, I know you're probably going to get into questions and you have issues and challenges, and of course we do, and everybody does as well. It's not all, you know, just red roses and cupcakes and all that other kind of stuff, and maybe we'll get into that. But I know it's a blessing having somebody as strong as Maria that technically does what she does, and you know, my part is more of a mouthpiece, but she also has that as well. She can definitely do that, and I know that every time, because when she's mad at me, I get it a lot. But ouch! But see, I get these pinches all the time.
Under the cover too, Maria. You didn't even let him know.
Exactly. But it's just amazing. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Maria, and we wouldn't be doing what we're doing if it wasn't for her. I do what I do, and it overlaps, and she does what she does, and it overlaps. But we wouldn't be who we are today, at least from my perspective, if we weren't together and working as a team.
Yeah, and I think that it comes from just recognizing each other's skills and knowing who does what well, and you know, just letting them take the lead and doing what they do. Because yeah, he has a good yapper. I think I do too, but I'm more of the you know, technology. I love that. I love that administrative side, that type of stuff. So we both recognize each other's skills and what we can do. But like I said before, and I said this on a conference call, communication is the blend between business and personal life, is just making sure you have your thoughts clear. They understand what's going on in your mind. You understand what's going on in their mind, and you talk about it out in the open and make sure everybody's clear. And that's how you can marriage those two together, with the business and the personal together.
And what Maria and I have done for a decade or more is we have what we call a CEO breakfasts. Sometimes we'll have a CEO lunch, we'll have a CEO dinner. Well, we'll get together, and if we're working on a project, or if she's got a group of people working on a website, or she's doing that, well, we'll go away and just manage some of that stuff. And what do we need to accomplish? What do we need to do? And we put everything down, and then we decide priority wise, you know, what we need to do. So those have been very effective. So if you're a couple, sometimes you want to get away from the house if you're working full time, and just go out for breakfast and make it a CEO breakfast, or a CEO lunch, or CEO dinner. And you're talking about the business and how you can perfect it, things that need to be done, and you prioritize them. That's helped us out a lot.
All right.
You know, I wanted to jump in real quick,
Uh-huh.
Pastor Debora, and a lot of what I think Darryl and Maria just said is right on, as far as balancing, understanding each other's strengths. Also, just doing what you love, what you're passionate about. So if you're part of a company that's part of your true passion, then that makes a big difference. And then Dave hit it really well too, is making sure you schedule time for each other. We do that. As busy as our lives are, we make sure we spend time together as well.
All right. Thank you, Miss Gina. So I'm going to shoot this at Dave, because this was a David and Adela question. So the question is, was there a time in a season through P2S that you thought P2S was not going to be successful? And how do you balance the highs? And this can be for all of you, but how do you balance that? How do you balance? You pretty much said that your high rate of possessions, but was there ever a time that you ever thought, or a season, that P2S would not be successful? Because we're very successful.
Well, I think that, you know, early in the business when we invested all of our money and we, 8, 9 years ago, when we were first getting started, you know, if you allow a doubt will set in and you have to fight against that disbelief that you cannot be successful. You have to always believe that you can be successful. And so that's a constant battle. Early on when you're building business, as you start to get into a rhythm and you focus on the action steps to be successful, you realize it's just part of the process. Yeah, I mean, I remember the day we started, I was laying in bed with Adela just before we were going to sleep, and she says, she calls me Big Papa. She says, Big Papa, why don't you just go get a job? Why do you want to start a company? And I remember telling her, I said, I have a dream, I have a desire. You know, I want to impact people's lives in a positive way. I want to build something substantial, not only for me and my family, but for other people one day. So, you know, fast forward, you know, 8 years later today, you know, we're making an impact and, you know, we're changing people's lives. So I'll tell you a little story. There's an ambassador in our company. When she started with our company, her and her 2 kids were virtually living out of their car when she started. She was living below paycheck to paycheck, if that's even possible. Yesterday, she just bought a brand new Mercedes in our company. So yeah, we're, you know, those kind of things touch my heart when we impact people's lives in that way. And I believe that everything that we've gotten to this point is just the foundation that we've laid to do so much more in the next decade. You know, the first 8 years of our company, it took us a long time to get where we are today in 8 years. Where we're headed in the next 10 years, the next 2 years is we will 100x what we've done today. That's what you're going to see.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
Yes, that's amazing.
I know that you care a lot about families. You know, we have that in common with you and Adela and all of you on this screen about really helping people, just kind of everyday people, to be successful. And one of the questions that was kind of tagged on this and the other 2 couples can answer is this vision for families, David, that you have. You know, we see your twin. I don't know which twin it was, but we see your twin running around, and Della's probably running around doing something, but you have this vision for families, and we all do. I think most people who are in the company will really want to know why. We all became partners. All of us are partners in business, and your vision for families working and pay to save together. Because a lot of companies won't do that. They don't allow couples to work as closely together as you have encouraged us to work together. Even when my husband was ill, you said, let him go ahead and start. Let him go ahead and do that. And so I would just like for all of you to share your vision around families and working together and pay to save, and why that's important for us.
Yeah, that's a question that the masses wanted to be able to share, not only with the P2S members, but also all their guests that may be watching. How can this assist in more or less the great vision that you have for families, since we're all families here, and how has impacted our families and the future for our families, and the legacy that we are going to leave for our family through P2S.
Well, I'll do a quick second. I know that Gina and Todd and Darryl and Maria do a phenomenal job answering this question. You know, you're allowed to have a husband and wife business center, which allows you to leverage your ability to create income here. And our business opportunity is always about showing people how to gain control of their life financially and gain more time. And when you have control of that, then it allows you to invest and prioritize what's important to you. And I'm a big believer in family and spending time with your loved ones.
All right.
So.
Todd, I seen you unmute yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna chime in here, and I would love to tell Darryl and Maria's story, because obviously I think they're an epitome of what it means to be able to work from home and build a family where mom and dad are not so busy working that the kids are raising themselves. And I think that's a big part of society. And I'm not blaming anyone that's out there working a couple of jobs. Mom and dad are working. I get it. You got to keep a roof over the head. You want to feed the kids, and you try to do all the right things, try to check all the boxes. But obviously you're so busy working that, I couldn't go to Johnny's ball game. I couldn't go to Sally's recital. I couldn't be there at the awards banquet. I couldn't take them to school. I couldn't pick them up from school. I couldn't help them with their homework because we were always so busy working. Again, I'm not beating up anyone that's providing for the family, but if you could provide for the family the same way that you're currently providing, but in fact, as a family, do all these things together. As a family, eat dinner together every night. As a family, cook dinner together every night. As a family, celebrate the highs and the lows, be involved with all the school activities, things of that nature. I know that Darryl and Maria had a very similar experience to me and Gina, which is our daughter played softball, and she ended up getting a college, scholarship. And I would be at all the different games, and I would film everybody because a lot of the parents weren't there. And so here I am in, all over the country, and most of the time mom and dad had to work, and they didn't want to miss the game. I mean, trust me, as a parent, every parent's dying to be at that game. And so I filmed every girl that ever batted, because that way, if they ever did anything good, I can at least text them that video and they didn't miss it. They got to see the home run, they got to see the double play, they got to see whatever it might be. And I had so many parents, you had no idea what it meant to them, because it just ripped their hearts out that they couldn't be there. And I just think if more people knew how incredible this industry is, if more people knew, and I love Maria's statement, if you truly knew the power of residual income, you would run through walls to get it.
Yes.
Darryl and Maria.
That, you know what? That is such a true statement. But first, let me just say this first. Pastor Debora and Apostle Guy, you guys look so adorable tonight in your red. You look so awesome. Yeah, you guys are just making it happen with the red. Love you guys. And then Gina, oh my God, too adorable with your hat and outfit. That's just so cute.
Yeah, Todd, you don't have to hang on to Gina. She looked kind of cute, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. Just silly stuff that you can do on live. I know we're live.
Yeah.
But this is, it's been a true blessing. I mean, that's just what sums it up, is just the ability. This whole industry in itself has been a blessing. And then when you marriage this industry with a product like we have right now, and passion, our travel is our passion. That's what we do. Like Pastor Debora said, we live at resorts and we visit home. That is what we do, because we absolutely love that we are a product of the product. Our company specializes in wholesale rates and our wonderful world tours that we have, and the getaways for 8 days and 7 nights. That's what's so great for families to be able to have, and the ability to have the part of where you can earn residual income. And then that in itself is having you the ability to spend more time with your family, because it's helping out, whether it's on a spare time, part-time, or like us, a full-time basis. That just gives you the ability to be able to spend more time with your family, not having them have to go to daycare, make the choice and decision not to be able to have to go to daycare, be able to go to the baseball games and do all the fun stuff that we did. That's what's really encouraging, and really just brings that whole family thing together.
Well, it does. And one thing I really want to make clear now, because over the years we've gone to conventions, and when we travel, and obviously we meet team members that have never met us before, and I always get the question, wow, you're much taller than I thought, because it looks like when Maria and I sit here, it looks like she's as tall as me. Guys, I'm about 6'1.5", almost 6'2", but Maria's torso is long and my torso is short. My legs are long. So you don't have to ask that. You have to be freaked out when you finally meet us at the event.
Darryl, I've never had that question ever. That's never happened. Not once. Not once.
So I just want to throw that out there for you guys that haven't met us. You always see us, and you see us looking at this like the same height here. But Maria is very tall, though, but she's not as tall as I am. But the best part of this.
Question again? Okay.
Well, no, the best part of it, again, is I remember talking to Paula Middleton out of the UK. We
Yeah.
talk regularly, and she was talking about mental health issues and challenges. And then by being able to go travel and go bye-bye, it's Maria's favorite word, going bye-bye, it really makes a huge difference just on your mental state. And whether you have a mental issue or you just trapped in your house, you know, day to day, working regular job with or without the COVID scenario thing that's happening, you know, traveling relieves us. It just gives you that energy and excitement. Just like before Aaron has a baseball game the night before, I can't sleep. I'm just excited. Well, we got a trip planned to Hawaii or wherever we're going to go, you know, and we know that trip is coming up in a few days or a week. You know, I can't sleep. I'm just excited. And
Yeah,
then,
definitely.
then when you get there, it's just so refreshing to be in another place. So we're literally helping the mental health of a lot of people,
Yeah.
whether
Yes.
they know it or not. Being able to
Yes.
travel frees the soul. And Maria and I have traveled a lot over our life, over the 25 years we've been married, 27 years we've been together. But the best part about P2S and what Dave has put together is that now we can travel and stay at the same type of beautiful places, but the price is so small that
Yes.
we'll actually even enjoy it even more. So those would be wonderful things for family. The health, just getting out, breathing again, makes a huge difference. And we help lots of people do that.
All right, all right. So a question was, and David can probably answer this, about the business and couples, especially young couples starting in this business together. And how did you feel when you like started the business? You talked about that. And then you guys went on your first dreamcation. You went on your first vacation and you actually saved a ton of money. How did you feel? Unmute yourself, Dave. Okay.
How did I feel? Because I saved a bunch of money and I got to go stay at a beautiful place.
Yes.
We've been on, I think, 4 dreamcations as a family. 1, 2, 3, 5 dreamcations as a family, actually. And we love it. We anytime you can save money and you can get away. You know, our business is basically we show people how to take vacations through our membership.
Yes.
And if you refer 3 customers, guess what? You can get your travel points for free. You can go for free. So it feels good when it's a great deal.
Yes, it does.
We have definitely taken full advantage of that, as you would say. The Taylors have taken full benefit of that. Maria and Darryl, you want to talk about that? I know your daughter just was in a resort. She's only 22. My granddaughter's on vacation now. She's like, my God, it's cheap, right?
Yeah.
So just talk about that just a little bit.
Well, the getaways are absolutely unbelievable. Getaways, AKA dreamcations. Our daughter just spent a week at the Wyndham Desert Blue in Las Vegas and had a great time. But more importantly, I think what's amazing is to see all her friends' expressions on their face
when
when
they came over to see the 2-bedroom.
Yeah, the 2-bedroom suite, and expecting her to say, you know, yeah, we spent $2,000 for this. But when they looked at it and saw that, you know, it was incredible. I think that's what really surprised her so much, is that, you know, they saw how beautiful it was, and went to the pools and just had a great time. You know, that's what's really great. We've taken advantage of the getaways, and we're looking forward to Las Vegas. And it's just wonderful to be able to have this type of getaways and world tours, and even the net portal. Oh my gosh, like seriously, if somebody just wanted to go on a staycation, yes, we have that too. If you just want to get away for the weekend, go to our net portal and just save money there, maximize your savings.
So the prices were unbelievable, blown away when you walk into some of these rooms and the prices we pay. You know, we've been in 2 other travel companies back in the day, and none of them came close to, you know, what Dave has put together here, and what corporate has done. And it's fabulous. You know, again, people tell us, hey, I was thinking, I didn't know what to expect. Thought they were going to some rinky-dink Mickey Mouse type of place, because the price was so tiny. And then when they got into the room or to the location, you guys have seen the testimonials on the internet.
Yeah.
People are blown away with what we actually have. So it's great. We're helping lots of people out as a company. And again, like Dave said, this is just the beginning. It took us a bit to get to where we are now. Guys, like he just said, 8 years from now, another 8 years, another 10 years from now, be thankful for the timing that you're in and roll up your sleeves, go to work, because you're going to be sitting on top of the moon, if you will.
So I'm going to direct this to Todd, since Todd is the top money earner in the company, him and Gina. As partners working together in this business and being able to earn a residual income, how has that affected, how do you think that would affect families? I mean, couples as a whole, how do you think that the income affects families?
The old adage is happy wife, happy life.
Yes, sir.
I mean, obviously, Pastor Debora and Guy, I mean, so many marriages today are affected by finances. I mean, they're both
Yes.
working like crazy, right?
Yes.
You're going that direction, I'm going this direction, and you're
Yes.
stuck in traffic jams and sucking on the tailpipe of the car in front of you and going to a building with someone else's name on it. You're not necessarily appreciated. You're being told what time to be there and what time you can get off, and they pay you just enough to keep you from quitting. You come home, you're dog tired, and you got to pay bills and kids and laundry and housekeeping and cook dinner and clean it up, and then you go do the same thing again the next day. And on top of that, a lot of times they're still struggling financially. There's still a lot of pressure that there's not enough money for this or enough money for that, or what are we going to do? And a lot of times that just stretches the fabric so much further than they want. And again, I mean, if you can go live in resorts and visit home, if you can go just have fun as a family, if you can do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, because you want, and you're not worried about paying the bills, I mean, that is a totally different kind of an experience. And it obviously allows couples as a time to, the couples that play together, stay together. And so it allows them to grow together closer, and the families will grow closer together. And what would you say?
I mean, you touched on it already, that financial issues and financial pressures in a family or in a couple is very tough. So working together in a company like this, in this industry, where the power of the residual income, not worrying about the money, and the freedom, the time freedom that everybody else has touched on already, I think is just huge.
Yeah, more importantly, it's the way it makes you feel. You're talking about dreamcations, residual income, and I pull up a little video to kind of illustrate, right? That's kind of how I feel. We feel every day.
Well, and I'll just piggyback on that, is that when you take a look at, we always look at what is the worst case scenario, best case, worst case scenario. And if you look at this company, it's what you get started, and the worst thing that will happen to you is you get a couple of amazing vacations. Most families don't take vacations every year. And I'm talking about where they stay in nice places. Sometimes they're saving up for 2 or 3 or 4 years, maybe even 5 years, to get that trip to Hawaii or to get that resort 2-bedroom, et cetera. I mean, they're saving up some money, or they're going to rack up the credit card bill, immensely. And that's the worst case scenario in our company. If you come in and do nothing, let your points just accrue, you've got at the Platinum at least 2, maybe 2+ amazing trips. And if you get tired of paying the monthly subscription, which again is very minimum, what do? Go find 3 other members to take advantage of these unbelievable trips. And now you're earning more than you're spending just with 3. I mean, if you look at the ridiculousness of what we have, I hope Dave never figures that out. That's pretty ridiculous to be able to do that. Dave, close your ears for a minute. Guys, that is, out of every company we've been in, Maria and I have been in about 5 companies over the 30-year period. That is unprecedented value in the marketplace. And when you understand that, the rest is gravy. And then after you understand that, then the next step is, what does it take to add an extra $500 a month residual income, which would normally, if you had to put money in the bank, it would be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars per month to have interest of $500 per month. When you see what little you have to do to develop that type of team, I mean, it's doable. And then even to get to 1,500 to 2,500 a month, when you look at the type of team comparative to what Todd and I and Dave had to do, and Pastor Deborah Taylor and Apostle, the same scenario. What you normally had to do in the past was like this. So when you really analyze the value proposition that our companies put together, it's nothing close to it. And guys, I can tell you, it's about to get even better.
Right. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about, you know, when me and Deborah was younger, you know, when we worked, you know, working corporate. So they had a Christmas club and a vacation club where they take money out of your check so you can get it around Christmas time or vacation time. And now I'm with a company where you get 100% interest on every dollar. Where can you get that at?
He says it's like Christmas every day.
It's right. 100% interest, you know.
It allowed us to do as a couple exactly what we wanted to do.
Right.
Retire from ministry, or my husband would say get refired. And it allowed us to actually have a residual income, which we pretty much have replaced our income now, which at first made him nervous. He was like, whoa.
Getting close to it, though.
He said we get close to it, right? Yeah. Being able to actually have the opportunity to have not one, but 2 cars, you know, paid for, the opportunity. So there's a lot of opportunity. And we've done that in 2 years. And I mean, we senior citizens.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
And we did it on you know, while my husband was sick. And I just think that people really need to hear that. It was a question about what advice would we give couples when only one person is in network marketing and the other isn't supportive? And I kind of want to respond to that. My husband was never in any business that I was in. And I've been in about 5 travel companies. And it was, I had to do probably, one company probably triple the work to get the $1,600. But I've always end up being a top money earner. But when someone asks that question, when a person is not supportive, just because they're not in business with you doesn't necessarily mean they don't support you. And I think my advice, and I would yield to the other couples, but my advice would be to definitely show your family. So I kind of tricked my family. I cooked them dinner and I invited them over and I put the presentation on the screen.
So what the greatest thing is, it's about couples. So what it was, no matter what my wife was involved with, I did support her in it. But then when I saw P2S, I said, no, I need to be part of that. For some reason, it just came to me that I need to be part of that. I like the whole structure, the family, the way it was a family structure. I loved all of that. The other companies, it was all about numbers and money. That's all they were concerned about. And I found out with this company, they're concerned about the people that are part of the company. And that's a great asset to have. Yes.
You know, and we found, and after I guess we met David and Adela, but David first, me and David met first. I think his compassion for what I was experiencing and going through really solidified for my husband, like, yeah, this is where you need to be. And then me and David was talking on the phone and he overheard us. And he just felt comfortable in the fact that David was solid in his marriage and his relationship. We were solid in ours and the direction in which we knew that this company was going. And so any advice from any of you, but I just want to thank David Hart and Pay to Save for that, because as you know, I think that I think my husband being nosy too.
No, the whole main part of this, I've seen it in other companies, and you can't even talk to the CEO.
Right.
No, that's what more or less showed me that I need to become part of this, because it was more personal. Its relationship was building right there. Relationship was building, and that was major for me. I've seen it in other companies. No, it's almost like trying to reach, I mean, someone, I don't know, trying to get a meeting with the president or someone, the king of England or something
And
like
at that time, I worked with the president, so
Right,
we
but
ain't even gonna
still.
talk about that. So what advice would you have for a couple as we're getting ready to bring this to a close? We want David just to share at the end his heart for just the company overall and where we're going in this next 8 years is the year of new beginnings. So even though we are in this environment right now, Pay to Save is definitely moving into a new beginning. But do you have any advice for a couple who feels like they're not being supported by their spouse?
Yeah, I would say, first and foremost, that when the promise is clear, the price is easy. And, if you sit down with your spouse and you have shared dreams, you have shared goals, meaning,
Yes.
honey, I'm trying to do this business because here are the things that I want to do for the family. Here are the things I envision that can happen for the family. Here's how we can take the dream trip, spend more time together, build whatever that dream might be, get the dream house, the dream car. So that being part of it is to do some dreaming together as a couple, and to kind of make sure that promise is clear. And I want to go pay the price. Now the next part of it is, are you paying the price? Because some people, and I hate to be flippant here, but sometimes your spouse isn't supportive because you're under depositing. Okay, if you were depositing more checks, they'd be a little more supportive on what it is you're doing. Okay, I've never met a spouse say, I got this $10,000 check, I don't like that business. I've never seen that happen. Okay, so usually when there's money coming in, the spouse is a little more supportive. Okay, and so sometimes that might mean that, hey, I need to get a little more serious about my business. I need to decide. And of course, if we've trained on this, decide, homicide, pesticide, it means to kill. Any other option, side means to kill. I need to decide I'm going to make this work. I need to decide I'm going to go pro in this business where I'm contacting new people every single day. I'm reading the 10 pages a day, listening to 15 minutes of an audio. I'm learning to peak, pass, plug. I'm tapping into my upline. I'm on the phone with Pastor Deborah, Deborah and Guy Taylor. I'm on the phone with Darryl and Maria. I'm on the phone with, whoever above me has a financial interest in my going forward and has also demonstrated they have some success. And I think if you get a little more serious about the business, you're going to get a few more results, and you're going to find that maybe your spouse starts to warm up to it, right? But if you're thinking, yeah, but how do I even get that started? I'd say you got to do some dreaming together.
All right. That was great, Todd. That was great. Darryl and Maria.
Yeah, and Todd, that was spot on, because that's exactly that route I was going to go to, and that just bottom line communication, of course, between both spouses in regard to what's going on and making sure that they're clear. But more importantly, let's do this. Let's take a trip together. Let's take a trip and use our product and get them on a trip and show them how much you're paying, how much you're saving together as a family. That's really key. And just in all aspects, even through our entertainment portal and our shopping and dining portal and other things that you could do to show some of the benefits of the business, but mainly just communicating. And I know that when I back in the day, for a company, we used to have a women's mastermind together, and there was a lot of ladies there that were husbands were not as supportive as they could have been. And so some of the things that we threw at each other were just some of the ideas that they could do, besides some of the things that Todd talked about in regard to sharing goals as a family, what we want to do, just making it clear the reason why you're doing this business. And of course, when you have a conference call on or a Zoom on, make sure it's loud enough for your spouse to hear. So that way they can kind of hear what's going on. They can hear it in the background. They might act like they're not listening, but they're listening. And just little details and little things like that really help out a couple, but actually just letting them know and making sure that they know it's heartfelt, that this is what you want to do and these are your goals and this is how much, money that we're going to be saving. This is how much money that we could be earning, and just helping out our family in a whole.
Yeah, see, Maria took me on a trip way back when, and that's after the trip that was we got married. No, but that's something. We talked about that earlier as well. Is take somebody. Maria just said it on the trip, your spouse. But again, there's a person in the UK. I think it might have been Paula. Paula, I'm throwing your name out a lot. Paula took Shell with her. I believe it was Shell on a trip to a dream trip. And when she went there and found out, well, this is what you're paying for this location. I think it was Shell came back whoever the name was, I think it was Shell, came back and signed up
Enrolled, yeah.
and got enrolled in the business. So people are doing that, show people that. I believe even Danny Segmanall, he did the same thing. He brought one of his friends with him on a trip. And when they do that, they see the vision and the value of it. So become a product of the product. First of all, you got to be sold yourself. Take a dream trip to get on some of these world tours that the company is setting up. They're brilliant. It's a new word I use now because of as much
UK.
as I'm on the phone with the UK
Brilliant.
now, or Zoom UK. It's brilliant. I love it. But those are some things, but be a product of the product, plug in, let your spouse see that you're dead serious about this. And last but not least, ask for help.
Yeah.
Honey, I need your help with this. Here's what I'm doing. Let me show you. I need your help. And sometimes just by asking, the trip and flowers definitely help a lot as well, and a box of candies, but sometimes you can just ask for it and then you'd be surprised what answer you get.
The trips and flowers. And I made the mistake. Well, it was a good mistake. I made the mistake of leaving my computer up on my back office, and he saw how much money I made in the first month. He was like, I need some of that, right? All right. So David is very good to us. Pay to Save has been very, very good to us, not only financially, not only just in so many different ways, but it's just so many different ways. But I want him to just kind of close us out in each couple, but just I want David to kind of close us out and just tell us where we're going. You know, what are we doing here? And I know you were saying, I have my vision, my heart is for couples, working together in business and in ministry. And I think we kind of on that same line. So I just want you to just share as we getting ready to close and just say where we're going and why somebody should join Pay to Save Travel. Why?
Don't be afraid to hold back. Don't hold back.
Come on, Dave.
Yes.
One of the things that I'll add, and there's nothing more powerful when a couple comes together on a common dream and goal. And that is, if you guys are working the business and your spouse is not really on board, you know what? Don't ridicule them for that. Stay focused on your dream, your goal. Include them as much as you can. I love the advice with Darryl Maria saying, take them on a vacation. I mean, Todd was spot on. I've been around Gina and Todd long enough to know and actually have witnessed how Gina supports Todd all the time in the business. The three-way call comes on, he's on the phone and she's smiling, she's supportive. And that's a big part of being successful. When your spouse, maybe they're not active in the business. Adela at the beginning was not very active in the business, but she always supported me. And that's a big key to having success. And then the ultimate goal is to be like, Guy and Debora, you guys are both focused on a common goal to build a big business.
Yes.
So one of the things that I would tell all the people on the call, if you're a leader in your group, you always want to say positive, encouraging things about husband and wives working together for a common goal. You want to press those people towards Todd and Gina, towards Darryl and Maria, towards Guy and Debora, because you guys are great examples and you exemplify couples that have common goals and that are going forward in life. And that's key. And you know what? I got to tell you, as an experience, Adela wasn't active in our business. She'd go to the conferences. She'd be focused when I'd asked her to be. She's not here today, but she's very supportive. She's had a prior commitment that she's doing a lesson, and the boys went downstairs and she's doing what she's got to do. But she's very supportive in the business, and through her, when I went to meet with Camilo Peraza, who's got a very large organization in our company, he doesn't speak any English. And my wife speaks fluent Espanol, Spanish. And so without her being able to communicate and translate my passion, the vision of the company, that leg of the business wouldn't have come in, to be quite honest with you. But it took 5 years to get to that point, or 6 years to get to that point. Where she was, decided to be more active. So one of the things is, if you're building it alone, to be patient with your spouse And then if you're the spouse not working the business, man, don't cut the legs off from them, from going out and trying to make your family better. And Darryl said it earlier, the worst case scenario is going to get a heck of a vacation a couple of times a year. So, vision for the company.
Yes.
We are really in our infancy stages. There is no slowing down with what we're doing. In fact, we're actually going to be expanding our marketplace around the world. And, our whole business is about showing people how to create lifestyle, about how to have a better life. And having a better life is one, having control of time and money, creating residual income, understanding the patterns of money and how to utilize them, to be able to travel. And we have some things that are going to really expand on the marketplace. We're going to be able to show people how to get started for a nominal fee and bring even more value to the P2S travel opportunity. Lots of big things are going to happen here in the next, call it, 40 days. You're going to see lots of stuff coming out here. And we're excited about the enhancements coming. So just nothing's changing, except that the opportunity is going to increase for you.
All right.
All right.
Anything
Sounds
else? Anything, Todd? Your final words, Darryl and Maria?
I'll let Todd. We'll let Todd and Gina close it out. But we're so thankful to be here. An amazing company that gets better every single day, every single week, and every single month. I know everybody doesn't have access to this, but we had some people signing up, a couple of people today, and there was a little glitch. And because of who Dave is, I was able to text him, and he was able to handle it with me and make sure that it was taken care of, or what I needed to do to get it taken care of. Again, most companies, you don't have that access, and obviously you got to be careful. Not everybody has that ability unless obviously you're building and developing. But
Right.
I think Apostle said it earlier, is that never met with the CEO, never had an opportunity to speak, and he and his wife are on the phone as leaders of this company doing this as well. And for those of you that want to have that access to Dave, go out and build a big business. Go 3-star, go 4-star, go ambassador. Because again, there's so many people that talk and say they're going to do this, going to do that, and it never materializes. And then of course, there's those of us that say what we're going to do, go out and do it. And once you get to that point, there's nothing Dave won't do for you. But you definitely got to do your part and get things going. And when that happens, I've seen him do that with several leaders in areas of the country and the world that they were building in. For one, Danny. Dave told Danny that initially, Danny, you got to do this, and X number of people. And I think it was about 300-400 people. And Danny, some people would tuck their tail and hide and go the other way, but he went to work. And, Dave got these numbers. And as soon as that was happening, and even throughout the process, Dave stepped up big time to get things in Friends, to do all the things that to help Danny out, to get customer service reps in the home office. So that's the kind of person you want to help with change and make sure things are growing in new areas. Boy, you get serious about success, and there's nothing this company won't do to help you to go to the next level. And just appreciate you guys, all the Dave, Adela, again, Todd, Gina, unbelievable what you guys have done just in support, and of course, Guy and Pastor Deborah Taylor, just amazing, wonderful, super duper people that have servants' hearts. If you're serious about success, go to work. And if you're looking at this for the first time, hopefully you get the feeling of who we are and what our company represents. Get signed up. Worst case, couple of trips. Best case, you're going to go a couple $100, $500, $1,500, and then to potentially 6-figure income a lot quicker than you could do anywhere else. So we're just getting started. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Love you guys, Pastor Deborah, Apostle Guy, Gina, mwah, and Todd, and Dave and Adela.
Oh, Todd, back to you.
Thank you guys for the opportunity to be here. But yeah, we love it. Absolutely awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Guy and Deborah, again, thank you for the invitation. I would just add that, you
Yeah.
know, the definition of a perfect company is a company who pays you on time every single time and gets you a little bit better every single week. And if you just look at where we've come from as a company, I mean, every single month, there's some kind of a major announcement. Every month, the product's gotten better, the compensation plan's gotten better, everybody's gotten paid on time. Now around the world, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Hart, we've now paid people in 52 different countries where they're getting, you know, paychecks. I mean, every single Friday they're getting that money dropped on their card. There's people out there that they wouldn't be able to feed their families right now. They wouldn't be able to pay the mortgage right now if it wasn't for David and Adela Hart and what they put together here. There are people out there that are experiencing the most amazing vacations. You know, Paula Middleton and I know Mahmuda and Becky and so many different people that attend these on a regular basis, and Jamal. I mean, every one of them have stories of like, wow, I mean, this was a life-changing kind of vacation. You have no idea what it meant to us, what it meant to our family. And we never could have done that if it wasn't for this incredible program that David and Adele Hart put together. And you will get to a point in our company. I know that everyone joins at first. It's about the money. And you know what I mean? Man, I want to go 2-star. I want to go ambassador. But there does come a point where your biggest thrill is not going to be about what you're getting, but seeing so many other people being impacted, seeing all those other stories that are happening. And I can promise you, the top income earners have not even joined our company yet. I promise you, we've only gotten started, and the impact that we're going to make because of David and Adela Hart around the world is going to be second to none. And so anybody who wants to hop on a rocket ship that's going up, anybody wants to hop on a rocket ship where we're making a difference to people, where you're getting paid, hey, come join the P2S party train. And Guy and Deborah, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We love you, and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you to Dave and Adela for putting this amazing company together. Also, their amazing, beautiful family, friends, the opportunity that they have blessed us all with, the continued growth that we keep seeing, and getting to know all the amazing people and part of this company. I mean, Darryl and Maria, we've known for a long time. Love being, you know, together with you guys. Pastor Deborah and Pastor Guy, you guys are a beautiful couple, amazing. What a great part of our team you are. And we're just thankful for the opportunity and the people we have.
Thank you.
Well, we are so glad that we were able to put this together. This is something that has been in our heart and in our space, because we really value you as leaders. We value Miss Adela is a very, 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 I mean, she doesn't even have to do some of the things that she does as far as taking care of her children. You're going to always see her children with her. Very seldom do you not see her not taking care of her children. She's an awesome mom. And but when we had the vision to do this, David said, tonight is family night. I'm going to break my family night for you. And why do I say that? I say that because you don't see Adela here, but I guarantee you she's doing, as he said, he's doing something with the family, and she yielded to him. And that's what's important, you know, because he made a commitment to us to do this, that he's sitting here, and that's my girl. And I know that she's around here, and she's just like her, she's taking care of her sons, but her and my husband have become brothers and sisters from another mother. And so we just want to send our love to her, and thank you so much for taking the time to all of you for taking the time to do this. I have no idea where the Roberts are right now. The Strands have a vacation in their backyard. I'm trying to get Guy to make mine pretty like that. And we actually home for right now, right? So thank you again, David. Thank you for your vision. I tell people all the time, my guy, he's the man with the heart. He's the man with the heart. And I'm not just saying that because I have sat with other CEOs and I know what goes on behind closed doors. And I also know that if he can't do it, he's going to tell you, I can't do it. But if he said he's going to do it, he's going to do it. And him and Adela are pure geniuses when it comes to this business. Nobody has had this type of growth in the middle of a historical transformation in travel. Nobody. So that tells you something. If we can grow in the middle of this environment and put over 7,000 people in this business in the last few months and grow from 42 countries to 52 countries, I'm closing this out. you better get, if you're not in this business and you are a guest, you better catch this train because it is moving. We are on fire and we are flaming this fire and we are ready to go, go, go. That's my guy. I'm telling you. And if he say, me and Guy, we just was so happy. We was driving the other day talking to him, trying to get some information. And usually he would dust, but he didn't give it to us.
No.
But
we're okay. I'm going to
We're
say
okay.
to everyone that's watching, everyone here, the next 40 days, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
it's gonna be
40
great.
days and 40 nights. Well, I'm on the countdown. All right. Great. All right.
He counting the
I'm
days.
calm down. All
Counting
right.
the days. Him and Todd are counting the days. Counting the
Only
days.
gonna get better. As Todd's got
All
his
right.
bed in the background in the tropical paradise. Backyard looks beautiful too.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, love you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
And thank you, David, for letting us use this platform. God bless you and go fan the flames.
God bless.
Take care.
Good
Bye-bye,
night,
P2S
everyone.
family.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Good night.